How's it going, guys? So, in this video, we're going to continue the conversation as to what type of system is required in order to convert online leads to a closed transaction. And when I say required, it really means you need to have systems in place, right? This is exactly the same systems that we implement in our own business to convert a raw online lead through our funnel into a conversation which leads to a closed transaction within 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, sometimes a little bit longer. It just depends, right? But the important thing to note is you have to have systems in place. You have to have the systems to generate conversations from raw leads and long term follow up for leads that don't pick up the phone within the first 30 days and long term follow up for those who you do talk to so that you keep them engaged and eventually continue the conversation and hopefully get some of those leads into a closed transaction. So this is a system that we talked about in terms of generating leads and taking them through an appointment and long-term follow-up so that you can bring more leads through your funnel so that you have more conversations and eventually more closed deals, right? Some of these leads are going to take a little bit of time to go from lead to a transaction. Some of them are going to take a little bit longer. But if you have the right systems in place for follow up, your job is going to be a lot easier, right? So we're going to dissect this picture right here. And when you're creating a system, right, one of the things that we do is we run Facebook lead ads as well as Instagram because Facebook platform is connected to the Instagram platform, and therefore when you push an ad on Facebook, it also goes to your Instagram account as long as those two are connected. Our goal is to get them to opt into a lead form. A lead form is simply a form that requests full name, phone number, email, and we like to add this one question as to how soon are they planning on moving into their new home, right? And then give them a range or ASAP, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And it gives us a way to determine how serious this person is, at least at the very beginning of them entering your database. The next step is once they click and submit their information, we're going to take them through an auto qualification form. It's a landing page with a lot of questions. And on average, we've seen that about 30 to 40% go through this qualification form and do give you all this additional information, right? And then out of those 30 to 40%, maybe a fraction of those are actually going to continue through the funnel and book an appointment right on your calendar. And having the right systems for appointment reminders prior to the call, maybe a quick ringless voicemail drop confirming the appointment, or even you jumping on the phone and confirming the call or the appointment right there and then, right? And they may be open to just the conversation right there, as opposed to waiting for your appointment time. I do talk about in another video as to how you should set up your calendars for maximum results. You don't want to schedule appointments too far out because people forget and things happen. You just want to give them enough time frame for them to book calls with you for maximum conversion. Now, we talked about a 30 to 40% of people going through the auto qualification form. Some of them are actually going to book appointments. What do you do with the rest? Again, part of your systems should be automated through text, email, ringless voicemails, and of course, some manual calls, right? So we're going to describe that further. And this is what we have implemented for ourselves. And you do have access to this. If you're interested, go to crm.houster.com. But this is the systems that we have in place, right? We can launch ads. Some people are going to book appointments, but everybody else who is still not booking appointments or going through your auto qualification form, you still need to implement the right systems for text, email, ringless voicemails, and again, manual calls. So the way we do it is as soon as that lead enters our database, we have a 3 week campaign of text, emails, ringless voicemails. The goal is for them to respond, right? The idea with this setup for the first initial 3 weeks is to text many times, email many times, asking for a time frame of when they can get on a call to discuss further what the offer was. And we've talked about what some of the offers that we put up on Facebook look like in a different video. Just go back through the channel, find what that you know ad looks like, copy it, try it out, see what type of leads you bring into your pipeline in your specific market. And if you already have a CRM that does this for you, start implementing. A lot of agents have systems that already take care of this for you, but you're just not using it, right? Now, if this person responds to our initial 3 week campaign, what we do is we jump on a call, we talk to them, and then after that, we need to identify how close are they to really taking the next step, right? If they're ready to go, they want to get qualified, they want to talk to a lender, great. You do that, set it up, talk to your lender, team up, and try to get that person closer to the target of owning a home. Or if they're trying to sell before they buy, get them to work with you and your lender to work through the different hurdles that come up during a transaction. Now, some people that you do talk to, they may not be ready for 3, 6, 9, 12 months, sometimes even longer, right? So the goal is to also put them in a long term follow up with different touch points and information that you give them so that you stay top of mind. Your name keeps popping up. Every 30 to 90 days, send a quick text message just asking how they're doing. Anything else has changed? How can I help? And when they do respond back, pick up the conversation from where the CRM left off and jump on a call. Try to talk and get more info from them. Now, if they do not respond to that 3 week campaign, then the next step, of course, is long term follow up through text, email, so that they eventually respond, right? Now, let me show you what that follow up looks like with our specific workflows. Everything in our CRM is considered a workflow or a campaign. And basically, everything is segregated into different workflows. We have our initial campaign, depending on the type of ads we bring them in. Most of the ads we run are home search type ads, things like homes list, move up ads, move down ads. They're a variant of a home search type ad, and the conversation is around providing them with a list of homes so that they can start looking around and find something that they like, find something that's within their budget, and really start the conversation so that you can take the next steps with that lead. We have email drips and text drips that go out for 11 months in this case for people that responded. What type of content they get to see is basically just a lot of emails that have to do with value, right? Some of these emails go out every 7 days, every 14 days, every 2 weeks, they're getting hit with email tips for improving their credit score, tips for saving for their down payment, just a lot of different information that they would need in order to get more knowledge about what it takes to buy a home, right? You're basically qualifying them over time. um, all these emails are set up in a way that it provides value and it always invites them to a quick call. When is a good time to chat? When is a good time to, uh, you know, get together again and figure out what the next steps should be? A lot of the drips that we have are also in, for people that responded or people that didn't respond, right? Long-term follow-up for people that have not yet talked to us. We want to follow up with them long term. We also have revival drips, like we have SMS and revival drip. So in case sometimes you do want to use a platform like this, but you don't really want to use or spend any money on new leads, at least not yet. But you do have a huge database. We have revival campaigns, which will allow them to book calls on a calendar link, right? The CRM does have a built-in calendar that allows you to share those with people who want to book calls with you. So that's basically, a quick rundown on what your system should look like for follow up. And of course, one of the most important things that you can do is pick up the phone and start conversations, right? We're going to continue to dive into the different parts of the system and what else can you do to increase conversion by implementing long-term and short-term follow-up drips. All right. So we'll see you in the next video.